Isabella evidently is in Albany, New York. So we got not the four corners of the country covered, but she is a college student going to University of Albany, I believe. And she's going to talk about being a conservative in a liberal university setting, I think.
She's going to talk insanity. That's what Isabella's going to talk. So Isabella, go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Isabella. I go to the University of Albany. I'm a sophomore now, and things get really interesting over there. Honestly, it's very bad.
Give us your last name there because I'll butcher it. I did it one time.
It's Azzolino.
That's a great name. By the way, full disclosure, me and her are related. You can probably tell because we're both so attractive. Probably figured that out already because we are, but full disclosure, are related. She is going to talk a little bit about their crazy experiences being in school and just dealing with it. And there'll be a link down there for an article she wrote for Two Avg Joes about not being a liberal in the college setting. So she was going to talk about that. Give me, you had a really weird experience at another school before you went to Albany.
Yes, I went to the College of St. Rose, and that's also in Albany, literally right up the road from Albany. And most of it was online. And, so we didn't have as much person-to-person interaction because, COVID and everything. Everything was on a Zoom meeting. And things you could still feel the tension even though we weren't necessarily in the classroom. And I'll go into what it's like in the classroom. But I took an intro to mass media class, and there obviously is politics involved with that because most of our media is taken over by politics at this point. And no matter what we were talking about, somehow it became political. And things got really nasty. Even in a Zoom meeting, these kids would come for each other, start screaming, start yelling. And it got pretty bad. It was very heated.
I have found, and Robert, comment on this because you and I talk about this all the time, and I was at Michigan, we do. We're a little older than
A lot older than you.
We remembered when you just didn't get heated about it. We didn't discuss politics as much, but we didn't get as heated about it. And kind of give me your kind of remembrance on it not being like that.
Well, when we grew up, Vietnam was raging through our neighborhood, and I told Joe, body bags were coming back while we were in there, and there was the permeating through society. Society was against the war, and the liberals were. That's what Joe and I were talking about in the pre-show about how if they would have stopped it, maybe wouldn't have gotten to where we are now, but. Our parents were conservative, and, I guess most people were conservative, I guess, who we ran around with. So there was nobody was in your face about what your politics were, not in school, of course, there wasn't a mass media and social media outlets either. So
here's one thing. I was watching a documentary on the 60s today, Jim Morrison. I like very much. And I love the music. We should have stopped it. Right?